Who the fuck calling me, man? Fuck is Bree calling me, man? Yo, I'm in an interview. I'll call you later. Good. I felt like such a boss saying that. I'm in an interview.
Hey. Fuck it, mid-laugh. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Khalik, the 32nd best producer alive. And today we are here with the illustrious, the great, the Reaper himself, the Honey Pack, what is it, Honey Pack
Honey
Demon?
Pack fucking Demon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got Mr. BIsh in the building. How you doing today, buddy?
Man, I'm blessed, man. What's good, my bro?
Hey,
you know what it is. Same shit, man. Just here, chilling. The usual.
Yes, sir.
If I ain't here, I don't know where I don't know where I am if I ain't here.
I think I could have been fumbling.
I can't. I don't know where I am if I was gonna say some slick shit, but you know we'll keep that on the low skis. But
hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, so let's get this thing started like we do with everybody. I'm not gonna ask you the regular, how'd you get into music, nigga? We know you just like the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the question though. Before this interview, we were talking a little bit, and you brought up YouTube, and I happen to notice you have a plaque in your room, but I've never known you for being on YouTube. Like, how did that happen?
It was crazy, bro. I always try to avoid talking about it, and the main reason, bro, is because like I am who I am. Bro, I'm just real as fuck. Like, I'll tell anyone truths, just like even if it hurts me, fam. Like you already know me. When I met this girl, I had just started rapping, right? So I think I had like 3-4 songs, maybe 2 songs, and I randomly hit up this girl from my city who happened to be a big YouTuber gang. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even think she was gonna answer, and I was like, "Yo, you trying to be like modeling the video type shit?" I was all drunk. Me and my producer at the time was at the studio. Like I was like, "I'm doing it," and she's like, "Yeah, I'm down." We're like, "Oh fuck." So she ended up shooting the video with us. I ended up dating her, and like I said, bro, like especially where I was growing up, where I was at and shit, like I don't want eyes on me. Like I realized that at the time, like I didn't want. Now I do, low key. Like now that I'm like, different mindset. But like back then, I'm not used to eyes on me, or like people know who I am, and you know what I'm saying. I wasn't used to none of that. So after like I started dating her, and the first video she made, there she goes. The first video she made with me was obviously like introducing my new boyfriend. Well, her channel blew up because she was dating this one guy who was basically polar opposite of me. Straight cut suburbs, and he's cool shit though. I fuck with bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But like when I come on her channel, like, and I'm talking to how I am, you know what I'm saying? I was just being myself. Like how I do on Twitch, and that's why I love Twitch so much. I'll get into that, but I wake up to like 200,000 views and like fucking 3,000 plus comments just ripping me to shreds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like bad.
Who the fuck
like,
is this
bad,
nigga?
Fam, I swear to God. So like. Like I don't know why, bro. I don't know if it was because I was trying to come up off it, or I don't really know, bro. It's more just I ended up changing my whole personality every time I recorded a video with her to be more like her audience is. Like I wanted her audience to like me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that happened though, because I learned a lot from that. Where it's like, if you ain't being yourself, bro, like people are gonna figure it out. And like honestly, bro, I want to just be myself every day, and if you don't like me, then fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the only streamer that's taking honey packs on streams, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's me. That's just me, bro. I'm the only one talking about shit. I'm just started type dick, fam. Like who, bro, come on, fam. Like I'm just being myself. But like, that's why I love Twitch, and that's what I was gonna get into, because when I started off, no one knows about that shit on Twitch. No one knows anything about that. So I'm finally able to just be myself somewhere, and I grew this whole following and whole fan base. All the people that come to my channel, all the people I work with, fuck with me for me. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that, yo, being myself is cool. I just have to be in the right place. And you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying? For love to come. Whereas if you put me on a platform like that, I'm not going to get the love to come being myself. But I don't want them anyways, because at the end of the day, I realize too, they're only going to stream my shit because of her, not because of me or my music. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to fuck with me as a person. One, because I was faking a personality. Two, because it's not me on that. You know what I'm saying? And
you wasn't out there wearing bow ties and shit, was you?
No, but I was simping and shit, bro. Real shit, bro. I was bro, and like even my homie, big Saturn too. You know Saturn, fam. You already know we're trench babies. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, bro. And he'll tell you, fam. Just like the camera went off, I went right back like this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck, fam. Like, you know, but like. At the time, it was cool.
He was like, not my nigga.
I swear out, but I mean, like I'm saying, like at the time, it was cool, and like you know what I'm saying, I'm like thankful and glad this shit happened. It came with a lot of downfalls, you know what I'm saying, and so yeah, that plaque is just from we had a channel together, you know what I'm saying, I grew to a certain point, but you know what I'm saying, I walked into her fucking someone, you know what I'm saying, got lucky. She made a video just lying about the whole situation, you know what I'm saying.
That's how they do.
Put mad dirt on my name, and you know what I did, bro? You know what I did about that? I didn't do shit. And like I've always, you know what I'm saying, I've always been the guy where, yo, like my pride means everything to me. You know, my dad taught me that. And there's a certain time and place to, you know what I'm saying, make moves. You know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of time to sit and think in my room, fam. I had to go back to the hood. And like I looked at it like, you know, especially when I was sitting in the fucking cell and shit, like, I was just like, damn, I just lost my girl.
Yeah.
I lost my fucking job. I lost, like, my home. You know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter had a room there and shit. I was like, I lost everything. And she's throwing dirt on me and lying to her whole fan base, turning them against me. It was a lot to take in. But, like, I trust me, fam, I had a lot of shit I could have said on a video that could have changed everything. And I was like, you know what, bro, like what is that really gonna do for me in the long run? You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm the petty king though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just make a video talking about her. No, I ended up linking up with her ex. We made a music video and it was a banger. You feel me? Come on, man. Shout out my dog too, man. Shout out my dog.
Was that the nigga that you was talking about? The one
Hell yeah. And it's a hit.
And
it's a hit. Hell yeah. I went out to Indiana. We shot the video and it's a fucking banger. And we dropped it, bro.
Yeah, Indiana?
Yo.
Hell yeah.
And
Indiana.
Yeah, no, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just do little petty shit like that.
My brother from South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, hell yeah. It's cool. Not my vibe though. But yeah, so we dropped that. And then I dropped, the only other thing I did, bro, is I dropped a song called Panda. You know what I'm saying? I dropped hints and little shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Fucked a friend. Yeah, just little shit though. But other than that, like, I'm never gonna make no video. I always believe in good karma, bro. And you know, and like, I've got done wrong so many times. You know what I'm saying? Even the girl I had after that, not my BM, but the girl I had after that. Damn, I let her live in my crib with me. Caught her cheating on me too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still like, fam, I'm just like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna do shit about it. I ain't never lay my hands on a woman and shit like that. Like, good karma's gonna come my way. And now, I don't want to say it, but I kind of have more emotion than Rev. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a car, but I'm just real with myself now at this point. You know what I'm saying? That was like the old me, fam. I ain't gonna lie. I took a 2-year break off the internet, man. I didn't post. You can check my YouTube, like, see the timelines. Like, I dropped the Panda video about the situation. I really didn't post much music for like 2 years after that, and then I got into it again, and then I was in another relationship where the woman was telling me that my shit was ass and ain't gonna work and I'll never make it, so I kind of low-key slowed up too. But you know what I'm saying?
That's not very supportive of a significant other.
No, hell no, it ain't, bro.
It's like,
but,
boy,
you know,
go get a job, nigga.
No, and I've never depended on someone. You know what I'm saying? Always in the back of my head is like, yeah, it is like, this shit could just be me, lonely road at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So no, but this is the first time, you know what I'm saying, me and my BM broke up for like a year, a little bit, you know what I mean, a little longer. But it's the first time, fam, I've been this long without being in a relationship, and I just focus on myself and grind it to what I want to do. Like I learned like so much, bro, in this time period. Like I've been through the saddest points of my life by myself, and I've been at the highest points of my life by myself within this time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I have so much, confidence and respect for myself now that I would never have had that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now this shit's getting farther than it could have been, and that's just because I just been doing this journey like how I want to do it by myself and just believing in myself and shit.
Yeah. One thing I've always asked. This is just off on a tangent. I've always asked myself, was it that I was alone in my darkest days, or was it my darkest days because I was alone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like because you could go. I feel like if it's your darkest days, because you're alone, is almost like you're using someone as a shield to like mask an emotion. You feel me? Like for me, like bro, and a lot of this comes from just little lessons my dad taught me. But whenever I came back to the hood after me and my BM split up, bro, that shit fucked me up bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss my daughter's face every day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, I have my roommate, my best friend for a long time. I have homies I could have talked to, fam. Never once did I call them and just, try to vent. And like, I don't want anyone else to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to talk to people if you want to, but real shit, bro. Like, my sister is the only family I have in my city. I don't got aunts, no uncles, fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no dad. My mom moved away. So, yeah, it's really just me and my sister here. So, like, bro, I remember for a month, fam, in October, she was like calling my phone like once, twice a day. I just didn't pick up. I just didn't answer. She didn't know if I was dead. She didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel bad, but like, bro, I just couldn't talk to nobody. I just was like, yo, I gotta just fucking figure this shit out on myself, bro. It was like a weird fucking time in my life, but I'm glad I did that. Cause like I said, bro, if I was able to get through that shit by myself, like, I'll get through anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As long as no one kill me, like, I'm good. Real talk.
All right, so earlier you mentioned your transition from YouTube to Twitch, and you said you like Twitch better because you could be yourself and whatnot. I've noticed, or not even that I've noticed, but I've heard through the grapevine that low key you would count at the top of the food chain on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Or just not even you necessarily, but like the circle that you run in is kind of like, big fishes in a little pond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I use that expression all the time. Would you care to explain two things? One, how that feels, and two, how you even got there in the first place?
So, I've only been on Twitch for a year. And the only time really realizing like how far I got on here and like how many people talk about me, like I love this community, bro. Like everyone's so positive and like, but just like how many people talk about me, or like how I'm up on the leaderboards, or even if I submit a song to Songwars, even though I don't win, I'm always in a bracket. Like nothing really hits me, bro, until I see these artists that like are good, bro, and like they've been on Twitch for like 5 years, but like no one really has heard about them. And like, to me, I just look at myself as them, you know what I'm saying? So then when it's like, damn, like, why am I the topic? It's kind of weird, fam. I'm not going to lie. Like, because honestly, bro, all I started off doing was submitting music like once a week last July, like about a year ago, June, about a year ago. I would submit to like 3 different streamers, and then I started finding more. I was saying, and really, I didn't start like going hard until, you know what it was, bro? Like, I was always able to make hard tracks. And, you know what I'm saying, once that shit happened with my baby mom, that shit hurt like a motherfucker, bro. And that was in, like, end of August. And, so, like, September, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man, I was just fucked up, man. I didn't see the sun for, like, a month. I was all fucked up. And then October was, like, the first time. And, like, y'all could go check my SoundCloud and to look at the timelines, you know? And you could go back to my old shit and see how my music changed, but around September was when I first was like, yo, I'm gonna just talk about the shit and use music as therapy and just vent on the mic, you know what I'm saying? So I would just get super vulnerable on the mic. And I remember, bro, around that time, I was so scared to send some of these songs to. Now, bro, I'll send any song to feedback with no thought, which is crazy. But I remember back then, with like the first time I started getting vulnerable on the mic and really talking about shit, like I was so scared to send it in. I remember, bro, I'd like send in a song and like just not comment, bro. I'd be like sitting behind, I'd be like, when they're about to play it, I was like, oh no,
like you know, but like weak, arms sweaty.
I got like a lot of respect from doing that. Like all these people are kind of like, damn, like this shit is fucking fire. It's deep as hell, you know. Like they're getting to know me too, right? So I feel like through music, it's almost like my newer shit, you know, since October. I almost feel like anyone that listens to the song is kind of in a way like becomes my friend a little bit. Like they know my story, then I'm getting deep with everybody at that point. Because when you make a song, everyone hears it. Like I'm telling my deepest shit and how I feel to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And they're hearing it, and like that's what I love too about what I created. Because like people don't take my hard shit as a joke, fam. Like it's dead ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can make a track crying about my BM, and I'm getting the same kind of love in a different way. And like I love that feeling, bro, just being able to like be vulnerable and express myself without judgment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I push on my Twitch a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like never be scared to like be yourself, or like if you feel a certain way, go let it out on a mic if you don't got no one to talk to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started doing those like Twitch talks and shit with people that, you know what I'm saying, so they could talk to somebody who at least gets good part of it. I went through a lot of shit, so like I get most of the shit people are going through, honestly, bro. And I'll never tell people not to talk to somebody, but if you're an artist, really, bro, the best way is to let it out on here. And that's where all my best music came from, for real, you know. But yeah, like I feel like just the way that everything kind of worked out for me, and like I said, a lot of it I feel like is good karma. Like I've been through a lot of shit, and this is the only thing I've ever loved to do. So I feel like this is just my good karma coming. And like I know my talent got a lot better. I don't know, like it just worked out, that music video after the YouTube shit, real shit. That's why I never changed my picture on SoundCloud. Everyone used to fucking roast me for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's like an infamous picture of me with a blue fucking Jordan with a ski mask on, and that was just my picture for like 8 months straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I started Twitch because like I started going. I didn't even realize that it wasn't normal, bro. But I would go into, I'll just be chilling in a streamer feedback, and a producer would send a beat, and I'll just comment, be like, "Yo, I'll come back in like 15 minutes with a song done on this beat." And like I started seeing like no one would believe me in the chats, and I would just go do it, and I'd come back in 15 minutes with a banger, you know. And like no one believed it. They're like, yo, there ain't no way. Like, how the fuck you do that? So after like the first like 3, I started like clipping it, and I put them together, put it on TikTok, and that shit started like doing good on TikTok. And I started clipping it just so people believed me, like with the time frames.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, damn, like, is this shit just not normal? And like, so I started like I was like, you know what, I just gotta go live just to like show my process. I'm just gonna start streaming. So the first like 5 streams was just my DAW and my voice in the background. I had no cam. And then probably the first 10 streams I had with a cam, I made it as small as possible in the corner, and I was skied up, hoodie on, like black sunglasses. You couldn't see shit.
That is so crazy.
Fam, you couldn't see me for shit. Like I was just a ghost, fam. Like and I just never wanted to show my face. And then like I started like slowly like taking the ski off every other stream, you know. And then it became more of like all right, well, like I don't really feel like reviewing music that much, which I will because I know a lot about it and I can give people good tips. But it was more or less like, what do I want to do? I want to work with producers because that's what I do. I make music. So like I kind of built my stream into a producer sends beats in the feedback stream, I'll feedback the producer's beats, and if I fuck with it, I'm hitting it live with the producer. And bro, the amount of producers who have never had an artist hit their beat that I've worked with from my live is like, it's crazy. And like I don't know you never know like what could change someone's life, bro. Even just me hitting a producer beat for the first time, like
We give them hope.
could
Type
give
shit.
them that hope or motivation. Like yo, like this shit good enough. Like I'm gonna keep going. Like you never know what that could have done for someone. So that's pretty much what my stream about now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I built the Discord how it is, like just so everyone could work with each other and shit. And I'll never like look at someone different if they got 5 followers or 100K. Like real shit. Like my favorite features are with my homeboys that I grew up like with Saturn. Like you could give me a collab album with one of my favorite artists, but like my collab album with Saturn is gonna mean more to me than that. Like I give a fuck about that other album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just genuine love type shit. But yeah, hell yeah. I love this shit.
That's what's up. That's what's up, W. And that low-key is like some secret sauce. Just, getting the producers involved instead of just making it about yourself. I've noticed that about you, which is hilarious that you said you used to ski up. Because, like, you're one of the most outgoing and welcoming people that I've met on this journey.
Yeah.
I mean, to a fault sometimes. It might end up fucking you over one day. But I'm just being honest. This is a cutthroat game. You know what I mean? But no, there was one more thing that I wanted to ask you before we get out of here. I just wanted to 2 more things. One, how does it feel to be from Canada and most of your fans are in America?
It's like there's like a line where like there's this like fucking what's the word I'm looking for, bro?
There are a lot of words out there. I don't know.
Stereotype about Canada, right? And like a lot of people don't understand though, like where I'm from, because I'm like borderline states. Like I like it takes me less time to go to Detroit than to go to the mall in my city from where I'm at. You know what I mean? Which is lit because like yo, I ain't gonna lie, like there's a lot of perks that Canada's got as a citizen. Maybe not as a fucking rapper. You know what I'm saying? But like. I'm so close to the States that, like, bro, I just drive to Detroit and I can just go catch a flight that's cheap as hell and go anywhere. Like, I feel like where I'm at is a lot different than if you were, say, like, even in Toronto or, like, you know what I'm saying, anywhere else in Canada, like Oshawa, like Sudbury, like anywhere else like that. Where I'm from is a lot different. That's why, like, I have, like, a mix of the Canadian, like, American accent. Like, that's just how everyone is where I'm from, to be honest with you, like.
Now, the last thing I wanted to ask you, and you knew this was going to come up, the Honey Pack Demon and the Reaper, where did these names come from, bro?
The Reaper, bro, really came from just me not giving a fuck, and everyone knows I just don't give a fuck. Like when I was sending songs into this, it was a streamer Scotty. Shout out my dog Scotty, man. It's been a minute since I seen bro, but kind of started from his stream where like I would just send these demonic ass street tracks to bro. On God, he kind of just like he every time I came in before my song played, he played the Undertaker intro. You know what I'm saying? And like he just be like the Demon, the Reaper. You know what I'm saying? Before my shit came on, so it really came from bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone kind of just knows me that just from like being in the chats and just I don't have no chill like. And you know what I'm saying? I'm never hating on people either. That's not what I'm saying about no chill, but it's just like. If I want to go in the chat, tell motherfuckers I'm stroking my dick, I'll say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got no chill, fam. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, fam, I'm the first one to call out dead people. Like, bro, I just don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I really, bro, like, there's no chill in my mind, fam. I don't got, why the fuck you turn your camera off after I say that, boy? You scared? You scared?
No. Stay away from me.
Come on, man.
My shit just cut off every 20 minutes.
I just always say whatever's on my mind. It's just, that's kind of where the Reaper shit came from. Just being, just, you know what I'm saying, not giving a fuck. Being that guy, fam.
I remember me and my wife was listening to, ESTG.
Yup.
We were listening to one of his songs, and my wife was like, ooh, this has a good vibe. I was like, sweetie, this song is about murdering a nigga. What are you talking about? It has a good vibe. You fucking demon.
Swear to God.
That's hilarious. And the honey pack demon.
This is funny. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want to say it because people might look at me a little different. But like I said, man, anything I say is dead ass.
Say something wild. Go ahead.
If I say something in my rap, allegedly, allegedly the harder ones is talk about GTA, but I don't lie in my music at all, or just in general. So I was on a stream one day. I don't know why. I just saw like a honey pack at the store one day, and I didn't buy it, but I just went on stream, and I was just like, I just fought my neighbor off like 3 honey packs. I said some weird shit, right? And like no one's ever heard like bro, I swear, bro, because like no one's really like that wasn't like a mainstream thing, like a honey pack, but people kind of knew what it was, but like it wasn't talked about. It wasn't talked about before me, fam. And you could tell, you know it's true, fam. And everybody on Twitch, you guys know it's true. No one talked about it till I did, fam. You know what I'm saying? I just started a lot of trends, fam. I need my flowers. I need my flowers.
We knew what honey packs were, bro.
I need my fucking flowers.
We wasn't squaring up.
Yeah, but I made them cool. I made them cool. I need my fucking sponsorship, and I need my flowers, y'all, for real. But
hey, you do be putting on for the honey honey packs,
fam, for real. And like, you know, after that stream, like everyone was like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Everyone loved that shit. It was just a joke. And then I come back the next day, and everyone's like, you take another fucking pack or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and ever since then, it was kind of just like, I was just known as the honey pack fucking taker, fam. Like, everyone would just always ask me about it. So I was like, I kind of went along with it for a little bit. And then I started my stream. I'm like, you know what? Kind of did some uppers today. My shit probably ain't gonna work. I got a link with Shorty later. This is a true story. Fuck it. I'm gonna take one. Fuck it, and I'm gonna take it on stream. So I fucking put that motherfucker in a Henny bottle, and I chugged that Henny. And ever since then, I've just been the honey pack demon. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, fam, man. On some real shit, I am proud of it. I ordered an 80 pack.
Damn, for what?
And mainly just to show stream that I had mad honey packs. It was supposed to be like a joke, fam, when I ordered it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that box is gone, bro.
Damn.
And that was like 4 months ago.
Damn, son.
The box is gone, fam.
This shit might be dependent on that now.
No, I'm good now. I'm good, fam. I just gotta get my mindset right. But yo, listen, fam. I've taken a lot of honey packs on the stream, but yo, you know what though? Like I said, fam, like whatever I say, I'm gonna do it, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm rapping about packs, I gotta be. If I'm the honey pack demon and I'm known as the honey pack demon, I gotta be the honey pack demon, fam. If I'm talking about the Pyrexes with the emotes, fam, I gotta have the Pyrex ready.
You just have that.
Are you fucking joking me? But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, you gotta be real. We gotta be real, fam. Well, what is?
I bet you won't cook crack on stream. Fucking just have a little hot plate next to you.
You want to bet? You want to bet?
Do not do that. Do not do that, boy. They will be knocking on your door in the morning.
Yeah, they'll be knocking on my door. My Twitch will be banned. I'll be fought for life. Guys, trying to get me knocked.
But what? You know, the funny thing is, I don't know if she told you, but I know a young lady. She said, I think she started streaming and she was like, if I get 100 subs or something like that, I'm gonna get a honey pack tatted on my ass. I was like, this nigga's too influential. I need you to relax.
It's crazy, bro. Yo, even like, because like everyone was saying type shit. My drunk ass comes on stream one day and I just said type dick. And like, yo, everyone at first was like, pause, fam. Like, what the fuck is so? Yo, like I said, fam, I'm fucking pretty fucking comfortable with my sexuality. I like women, fam. I don't give a fuck what. I'll say type dick, fam. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm still gonna go get pussy tonight, bro. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? I started saying it. Every motherfucker's one says it now. I started that shit, fam. And I'm not proud to say I started it. But I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. No one says pause anymore if you say this shit. I got next up on live. Next up fucking saying that shit on live. They say, shut up my dog next up, too. My fucking dog, man. Shut up, But
shout out the gang.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't know how I start some of this shit, but it's all just for fun, man. It's all just me being myself, like just being goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. You met the guy. You met the mad genius himself, the Honey Pack Reaper. I just fucked that up. I don't care.
The Honey Pack Reaper kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. Like no pun, fam. Yeah. But it might stick.
The Honey Pack Reaper. Hey. No, but you met the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. You guys just go subscribe. I'm gonna drop all of his socials and stuff down in the description. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know you've been on YouTube, do all the YouTube shit. You know what I mean?
Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out my dog too. Let's go.
All right.